you saying hi to? Who are you saying hi to?
Whoa, what the dude?
A mother was capturing a sweet moment with her son on Snapchat when the situation suddenly turned unsettling.
What you doing? What you see? What? Lucy? Who are you saying hi to? Who are you saying hi to? Dude, you need to stop that. You're freaking me out. Come on. Come on.
Suddenly, the boy begins waving at space, saying he's waving at Paw. The mom looks around, clearly puzzled. There's no one there. Many people online believe kids can perceive things adults can't. One commenter shared that her son once said he saw his great-grandmother, whom he'd never met, and later recognized her in a photo. Incidents like these happen too frequently to be brushed off as mere imagination. Two friends were casually swimming in the ocean, simply enjoying the water, until something unexpected occurred.
I'm not gonna do anything, man. Get on the quiet.
I don't want to see this if something happens.
Just stay still. Stay still. Stay still.
Stay still!
Just let them go. What an experience.
That's cool.
That's a lifetime experience for you.
Two orcas swam alongside them. Although orcas are known for their dramatic hunting tactics, like flinging seals and working together in packs, this time they just glided past, leaving the kids completely unharmed. This clip was posted on the channel Driveline, which usually shares random road moments and scenes. In this one, things take a turn when someone suddenly snaps in public for no clear reason. The person behind the camera is unknown, which adds a bit of mystery to it all. What started as just another ordinary moment quickly became a weird and unsettling look at how people can act out of nowhere.
I have no clue what's going on. What is going on? What the hell is going on?
The video starts with an unknown guy, shirtless and just wearing shorts, standing next to a huge truck, aggressively tossing the truck's mat forward. It looks like he might have been there to clean the mats, but his intense behavior raises questions. What triggered that kind of outburst?
Some kind of manual drying method here. Yeah, he's wringing his. He went. What is going on, guys? Somebody tell me in the comments. Somebody help me understand. Okay, I'm gonna guess he got him a fresh cup of coffee, got in his truck, and spilled that fresh cup of coffee all over everything. His clothes, his floor mats, his shoes. He's clearly pissed off, and he's pissed coffee, which, by the way, he didn't pick up, throwing in the trash. So that's how stuff ends up just laying around.
The man keeps going, aggressively scrubbing and tossing the mats, clearly acting out of control. It goes on for a while, and it's hard not to think he might have been under the influence of something. There's nothing supernatural about it, but seeing that kind of intense, unpredictable rage in such an ordinary setting is pretty unsettling. It makes you wonder what causes people to snap like that, and just how much chaos might be hiding in plain sight during everyday life. This eerie moment was captured by a mom during a peaceful evening out with her daughter. They were hanging out in a public plaza, surrounded by other families. Her daughter playfully wandered a few steps ahead, laughing and having fun, until she suddenly froze, as if something invisible had just caught her attention. As the little girl runs ahead, the camera captures the moment she suddenly stops, turns around, and her smile disappears. It's like she heard something or sensed someone behind her. Then, out of nowhere, her dress gets tugged by something invisible. She looks around, clearly confused, but there's no one there. Her mom, still filming, doesn't notice anything unusual at the time, but later, while rewatching the footage, she spots the moment and realizes it's far more unsettling than it first seemed. So, what really happened? Did something unseen try to reach out to the girl? Let us know what you think. A group of young women was spending a calm day at the waterfall. Two of them stepped into the water for a quick, fun swim, laughing without a care, until suddenly, rocks came tumbling down the cliff right behind them. Huge rocks came crashing down, landing dangerously close to them. It could have been a disaster, but unbelievably, not a single person was hit. They got out of the water totally unharmed, shaken, but safe. Late at night, Delaney hears something strange coming through the baby monitor, but it's not her baby crying. It's a deep, raspy breathing, like an adult is just standing there in the room. Spooked, she grabs her phone to film the monitor, hoping to catch whatever's causing the sound, but what her camera ends up capturing is way more terrifying than she ever expected. Delaney posted the footage online with a chilling caption. "What did my camera just capture?" Viewers were quick to jump in, with many convinced it's something dark, possibly even demonic. But the question still stands. What do you think it was? On the morning of May 9th, 2025, a group headed out for what was supposed to be a fun trip. Along the way, they noticed a car following them a little too closely. Trying to be courteous, the driver pulled over to let it go by. But that's when things took a turn.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
It was a sudden and intense ambush, fast and threatening. Fortunately, the driver stayed calm and responded immediately, getting everyone to safety. The incident was caught on camera and shared with the police. Although it provided a valuable lead, as of July 10th, the suspects are still at large. A family had just gotten home when something unexpected occurred. Fortunately, they made it inside just in time. Locals say incidents like this are common in Argentina. It's known as an entradera, where robbers strike as you're entering your home. In this case, quick thinking might have saved a life, but the outcome could have been much worse. TikTok user LukeyW01 shared a video explaining how he got a replica of the infamous Annabelle doll as a joke. It was a gift from a friend, meant to scare guests. At first, it was just a spooky decoration, but then things took a strange turn. He began hearing soft knocking, odd shifting sounds, and faint whispers, always when he was alone. To ease his mind, he set up a night vision camera to record overnight. What the footage revealed was anything but reassuring. Lukey, and many viewers, believe the doll might be haunted, especially since he's been experiencing strange paranormal activity ever since it arrived. But what do you think? Is the doll possessed? Savannah Escoto was visiting San Fernando Cemetery in San Antonio, Texas, with her 4-year-old daughter Isabella to see her brother's grave. But things took a weird turn when Isabella suddenly froze and wouldn't go near a tree, saying she saw a girl's shadow hiding behind it.
What is it? Come here. Why don't you want to go sit down over there?
Because I'm scared.
Scared of what?
What is the shadow?
What girl shadow?
What's that? Let me see.
Behind the tree?
When Savannah pointed her phone camera at the tree, something unsettling showed up, a pale, see-through face peeking out from behind it. What's even stranger, you could see the cars behind it right through the face. Was that what Isabella saw? A driver was just cruising along a quiet road when he saw a dark patch and thought it was just a tree's shadow. Without thinking twice, he kept going, only to realize too late it was actually a huge crater. The car ended up falling right in and got pretty banged up. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but it was definitely a scary moment. Paris Hilton recently shared a creepy experience happening at her Beverly Hills mansion. She's grown concerned after her 2-year-old son, Phoenix, started saying he sees ghosts around the house.
Ghost.
Where?
Ghost. This is Mama's room.
What's Mama's room?
Mama's room.
The creepy moment shook Hilton, who captioned her post with a mix of humor and nerves. She admitted it was both cute and scary, and even joked that maybe it was time to start thinking about moving.
Indoor. Ghost indoor.
Where?
Ghost in this door.
In this door?
The hotel heiress opened up to other moms, looking for stories of similar experiences to feel a little more reassured and maybe learn more about what's going on. Her honest post sparked a wave of responses from parents sharing their spooky moments involving kids and unseen presences. This isn't Paris Hilton's first run-in with the paranormal either. She's previously talked about strange things happening at her grandmother's house, like seeing a crown float across the room. She also recalled a chilling moment during an Ouija board session where a crayon started levitating. Something she swore she'd never mess with again. Whether her current situation is a legit paranormal activity or just a toddler's wild imagination, one thing's for sure, her home has become the focus of some serious curiosity. A woman from Michigan claims that strange and unexplained events have recently been occurring around her home. She says the disturbances have become so unsettling that even her loyal dog, Gunther, has started to react with visible distress.
Okay, I'm so crazy, right? Here you go. Baby is terrified. Hold on. I know. You're okay. You're okay. I know. God, I'm like shaking.
The woman believes the strange poltergeist activity began after she bought an antique necklace at an estate sale. She says she has since gotten rid of the necklace. Early one morning, a homeowner living in a remote area caught something unusual on camera right outside their front door.
It's outside. What the? Too scared to open my door.
Seen through the frosted glass, a small figure stands eerily still, almost like it's waiting for something. Even the dogs inside the house seem to sense something's wrong and start barking. Strangely, the figure doesn't just walk away, it seems to vanish, almost like it faded into thin air. Now people are left asking, was it just a wild animal or something much creepier? For the past few years, a guy named Josh has been keeping track of some seriously creepy paranormal stuff happening in his house. He set up surveillance cameras all over the place, hoping to catch solid proof of whatever he believes is following him. The weird activity has included everything from furniture moving on its own in the middle of the night to shadowy figures silently gliding across the walls. Eventually, he captured something on camera that confirmed his worst fears. In the pitch-dark silence of his basement, an invisible force made its presence eerily known. One by one, objects started falling for no apparent reason. First a small tree, then a doll, and finally a potted plant. There was no wind, no tremor, nothing to explain it. Suddenly, the air seemed to change as glowing orbs began drifting slowly through the room. But things got even more unsettling a few weeks later, when Josh was nearly knocked out of his chair after hearing a chilling sound captured in his kitchen. The room was completely still, with nothing in motion. Yet, out of nowhere, a haunting laugh echoed through the space, though no one was there to make it. The voice had an unsettling feminine tone, gentle yet deeply eerie, but Josh was completely alone in the house when it was captured. Covered in goosebumps, he tried to make sense of what he had just heard. However, things only grew more intense, and what his camera caught next left him utterly speechless. The unmistakable sound of footsteps echoed from the basement, loud, deliberate, and deeply unnerving. Each heavy thud sounded as if someone, or something, was walking straight through the room. As Josh replayed the recording, it became clear that the eerie voice hadn't said its last word. Just outside his bathroom, the camera captured something truly unsettling, a raspy, menacing voice whispering directly into the microphone. Though the words were muffled and hard to make out, it spoke in full sentences, and the tone alone was enough to send chills racing down Josh's spine. He thought he had already witnessed the worst, but he had no idea what was coming next. One evening around 8 p.m., Josh's kitchen camera recorded a chilling sight. A dark, shadowy figure moved slowly across the room. Its silhouette was clearly human, but its identity was impossible to determine. Moments after it vanished to the right, a glowing light drifted past the cabinets, almost as if something was trailing behind it. The unsettling footage left Josh deeply disturbed and uncertain if his home was still a safe place to be. This video was captured by a stationary camera at a family's summer home just a few weeks before their beloved dog had passed away, a loyal companion who always slept in the same peaceful corner of the living room. One night, while her husband was looking through old photos of the dog, she got a motion alert from the security camera at the summer house, right where the pup used to sleep. When she checked the footage, what she saw left her speechless. A glowing orb, often thought by those in the paranormal community to be a sign of a spirit, can be seen drifting through the room. The video was shared by Instagram user Fabiana Sanchez Rest, who believes the orb is the spirit of her beloved dog coming back to visit. In May 2025, several videos started popping up online from different people near the High River in Colorado. The clips seem to show a strange creature that looks a lot like the legendary Bigfoot, tall, covered in hair, and moving through the forest.
That's really funny.
Eyewitnesses said the figure was unusually big and surprisingly quick, which got people buzzing with excitement and sparking tons of speculation online.
We come in peace.
I can't zoom in any more than this.
Still, plenty of people online think it's nothing more than a guy in a fuzzy brown suit chasing TikTok fame. What do you think? A real Bigfoot sighting, or just another viral stunt for the views? A man, proud of the custom headlights he had just installed on his vehicle, excitedly grabbed his phone to show them off online. Curious viewers began asking how the lights performed in complete darkness. Eager to demonstrate, he got into his car and drove deep into a secluded forest, far from any streetlights or homes, ready to showcase their power. But instead of capturing a bright display, his camera recorded something far more disturbing than he ever anticipated.
The lights are definitely functional, but unfortunately I live in a city and there are street lights everywhere. But I can find a place to go test them. Okay, I found some really dark woods. I just put some tinfoil over the reverse lights. So I'm gonna show you what the stock reverse lights look like, and then I'm gonna uncover them and show you what the added reverse lights look like. These are the stock reverse lights. And these are the ones I just installed. Look how friggin' bright that is. This is amazing. Yeah, so these are not just for looks.
A pale, lifeless arm was seen gripping the trunk of a tree. The truly chilling part is trying to decide what would be more terrifying, coming face to face with a real person silently lurking in the shadows, or stumbling upon something supernatural. A guy went out on a solo camping trip into the wilderness. After it got dark, he was suddenly woken up by some creepy noises right outside his tent. The sounds just kept going, getting louder and more intense. Holding his phone tight, he unzipped the tent and stepped out into the dark to see what was going on. At first, everything seemed still until he heard something right above him, and what he saw next nearly stopped his heart. Up in the trees, a pair of glowing eyes stared down at him. At first, he figured it was just some animal, but when the footage was brightened and zoomed in, things got way creepier. A pale, human-like face was just silently watching him. The man swears it couldn't have been a person. No one could have climbed that high or stayed so still up there. And the sounds it made? Low, twisted noises that didn't sound like any animal or human he'd ever heard. It sent chills down his spine. So the question is, what was up there in the trees? In June, Tamara Lynn was spending the weekend at a mountain cabin in the Appalachians. Late one night, she looked out the cabin window and caught something strange on camera. She saw these intense red lights flickering through the trees, pulsing, glowing, and giving off a buzzing sound, almost like electricity in the air. It could have looked like some kind of power issue, but Tamara swore there were no power lines anywhere near the cabin. That spot was nothing but thick forest. So if it wasn't electrical, what was it? The security camera caught something weird at 1:44 a.m. in a school gym. At first, the place looks empty and normal. Then something suddenly moves. Some people think it's just a glitch. Maybe the old CCTV is mixing up past and current footage. But others aren't so sure, saying it looks way too real. No one's figured it out yet, so the video's still floating around online with no clear answer. This eerie footage comes from Dark Ghost Paranormal, one of the most well-known names in the ghost hunting scene. They've explored tons of haunted places in search of paranormal activity, and they rarely leave without catching something creepy. This case was no different. Watch closely.
Tak. Tak było chwilę. No tak bude miło.
He captured a still image that didn't make sense at first. It took several replays before I realized what was there. The dark, shadowy figure in the shot closely resembled the infamous urban legend Slender Man. What made it even more unsettling was how unnaturally tall the shadow appeared, although the light source was coming from above, a detail often associated with sightings of this eerie entity. He caught this strange occurrence in the middle of his investigation, freezing a moment that felt far from ordinary. But instead of backing off, he pushed ahead, a choice that would soon come back to haunt him.
Сейчас, друзья. Что?
The chilling whisper of a ghostly voice echoing through the property was the final straw. It spooked him so badly, he took off running. So, what do you think about all this paranormal activity and these ghost sightings? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Over the last 3 years, a man named Tristan has been documenting unsettling experiences from his life on TikTok, moments that often seem beyond explanation. His account features countless eerie clips that suggest something paranormal may be hiding in his apartment. Frequently alone, Tristan talks about feeling an intense sense of being watched, like a ghostly presence is always nearby, and more often than not, those instincts prove to be accurate. One night, while lying in bed, Tristan heard a soft knock that instantly caught his attention. He grabbed his phone and started recording, just in time to catch his bedroom door slowly creaking shut all by itself. Paralyzed with fear, he kept filming as strange, glowing orbs floated past the lens. As creepy as that sounds, it's not even the scariest thing Tristan has caught on camera. Whatever's haunting, Tristan doesn't seem to be hiding. In fact, it almost seems to want attention, no matter how terrifying it is. Over time, the activity in his apartment only intensified. The knocking continued, always coming from different, unpredictable places around the home. One day, hoping to catch more of these strange events, Tristan left his phone recording in an empty room. What it ended up capturing was way more than he expected.
Là, je suis en train de me battre pour mettre les diagrammes et les chiffres. C'est génial.
Il faut que ma sommeil puisse passer à travers la veine de courant. Je me sers de morceaux de métal rouillés pour y arriver. Avec un peu de chance, j'arriverai à toucher le fond et attacher ça à un brin cassant. Si jamais j'accroche au fond, le brin cédera avant le corps de ligne et je récupérerai.
After the camera had been rolling for a bit, it suddenly captured a plastic container being violently thrown from a shelf. But that wasn't the most disturbing part. If you look closely right before the object moves, a ghostly figure appears in the darkened doorway, pale, motionless, and eerily human-like. It stares directly at the camera, expressionless, before slowly walking off to the side and vanishing. Its cold, lifeless face shows no emotion, just a chilling presence. Whatever this entity is, it's clear that Tristan's apartment is no longer his alone. Explorer Mike heads deep into the forests of Brazil, looking for an old abandoned school. Locals say the place has a dark past and that strange things still go on there. Curious to see for himself, Mike sets out, and eventually he finds it. As Mike makes his way through the abandoned school, he spots eerie drawings on the floor, and even a missing person poster. The further he goes, the more unsettling it becomes. He can't shake the feeling that someone or something is watching him. Still, he keeps exploring. While exploring, Mike starts hearing weird voices that freak him out. Then, as he peeks around a corner, he spots something down the hall. A dark figure just standing there. When the video is brightened, it's clear. There's something there. Mike doesn't wait to find out what. It's full panic mode as he jumps out a window to get away. He later posted the footage online, and viewers went deep into analyzing it, especially the creepy drawings he found earlier. Some even said the figure looked like one of the stick figures in those sketches. So, what do you think? Did Mike capture something way creepier than he expected? In this creepy video, a mom was just walking down the hallway to check if her daughter had cleaned her room. Nothing out of the ordinary. But what started as a simple routine took a seriously unsettling turn. As she walked up, the bedroom door creaked open and slammed shut on its own, and something behind it started swaying in this odd, unnatural motion. Most people would have turned and left right then, but the mom thought her daughters were just trying to prank her, so she went along with it. But the moment she stepped inside, she realized this was no joke. Her kids weren't behind it. Something unseen was in that room, and it had just revealed itself. Ben from the YouTube channel 401 Files went on a solo camping trip to Dalby Forest with just his dog, Lily. What started as a calm, peaceful trip soon took a creepy turn when he noticed deflated balloons scattered around the forest floor. Then he came across this.
Before the 17th of April, 93D, whatever that means. There's a car acting very suspiciously. It's just done 2 loops of this area. Each time looking out the window at what I'm doing. It'll be interesting to see if they come back.
The weirdest part happened later on. A car kept driving past him, slowing down like it was watching him. Then he saw the same car head toward a barrier in the forest.
Well, that's 5 times. I have no idea why they keep doing this. That 4 before, that blacked out 4 before, 4 times has been down this road. And yeah, back again. So I don't know what's happening. I don't know if they're lost. I don't know if they're concerned about what I'm doing or curious, but okay, so that's strange because I saw the brake lights at the end of the road. I started to record, and once I've zoomed in, I can see that there's a barrier at the end of this road to allow people out of the forest, out of the national park. I saw the barrier go up, I saw the car waiting there, but I haven't seen the car go through. So either it's still parked there, down in like a dip in the road, and we just can't see it, which is weird because I could see it a second ago when the barrier went up. or that car just vanished. I have no idea. But I did not see that car go through the barrier, and I saw the barrier go up, which was strange.
Feeling curious, he chose to drive over and take a closer look. Something about it felt strange.
Just take a drive down to that barrier because I want to see if there's a turning there just before the barrier. That car could have maybe turned left or right down, but the strange thing is I saw the barrier go up, so they must have been close enough to the barrier for the sensor to have picked them up. They certainly never drove through the barrier, so I don't know where they went, but hopefully by the time we get to the end of this road, it might make more sense. So they could have gone left there, but that is still... They couldn't have gone left there because the road's closed. So they must have come down further, which I'm assuming they did because the barrier lifted up, and this is way too far for that barrier to have lifted. You know, barriers just don't lift for no reason. There is a turning here, but again, that road is closed off. So, they must have made it as far as the barrier.
Feeling uneasy and with daylight fading, Ben followed his instincts and left the area before it got dark. On July 3rd, 2025, a man known as Captain Casket shared that he'd been living in his current home for nearly a year without anything unusual happening. He's into collecting creepy items from funeral homes, things often linked to the dead. One day, a friend gave him some eerie objects, and a few days later, strange things began occurring inside his house. While filming a video to talk about his experience, something unexpected happened.
Lived in this house for probably close to a year now, and I've never had anything happen here. I've never once thought that there was any kind of like haunting stuff going on or ghosts or anything like that. Until a couple weeks ago when I was given these like lab grade like test tube things. And these are like legit Pyrex brand, like super high quality glass, right? Came from a funeral home. So the other day I was up in my bedroom and I started hearing like clinking, and I don't see a move, but I'm hearing. And it's like obviously those. So I didn't think too much about it. And then a few days after that, I start seeing like little shadows in the side of my vision, right? I'm like peeking over while I'm watching TV, and I'm like, what's going on here? I mean, like my sleep has not been as good. Everything's just been kind of weird, right?
As he talks about the paranormal activity happening in his home, a dark, shadowy figure can be seen moving behind his door without him noticing. He keeps discussing the strange voices he's been hearing throughout the house, and just moments after the figure appears, he manages to capture one of those voices on tape.
You've done a lot of like ghost investigation, EVP, analyzing. You know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that is the quality. Like, that is a perfect example of a disembodied voice.
He then points out that there's no room for a jacket to be hanging or for a person to be standing there, since the area is filled with his funeral collectibles, and the door itself doesn't even have a hanger. A few days later, while working on some paintings, he catches a shadowy figure out of the corner of his eye upstairs, so he begins recording it.
Hello? 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 Who's in there? Oh.
Sounds start coming from the exact spot where he last saw the shadowy figure on camera. As he approaches, the door suddenly swings open by itself, making him quickly turn around and leave. After collecting these strange items and now facing paranormal events, he's totally convinced his house is haunted. A chilling video recorded by a woman named Nicole shows her young son, Hendrix. What makes the footage particularly unsettling is that the boy appears to respond to something invisible, something that isn't captured on camera. When little Hendrix opens the door, an eerie voice seems to whisper, "Yes!" Instantly, he slams the door shut and walks away without looking back. Did the little boy actually hear the voice of a spirit? What do you think? Was it a genuine paranormal moment or just a strange coincidence? On July 6, 2025, a man named Don shared a video from his time working as a security guard at an Old Navy store. While keeping an eye on the CCTV, he spotted someone in the men's section who seemed to be shoplifting, and he noticed something unsettling.
Look right here. Look right here. Right here. Look. Look, watch. What is that? What is that? And it's just gone, bruh. It's there, and now it's not. It's there, and now it's not, bruh. What is that? Bruh. What is that? What is that? And then it's just gone. Bruh. What is that? One more time. Bruh, what is that? What is that?
While the man is browsing clothes on the rack, something strange suddenly appears in the gap right beside him. Out of nowhere, someone or something seems to materialize there before disappearing just as quickly. Don has no clue what he just witnessed, and the man in the footage doesn't seem to notice anything unusual at all. So, what exactly was that? The family started to notice something odd with their Ring doorbell. It kept sending constant motion alerts, yet there was never anyone visible. They tried lowering the sensitivity, redrawing detection zones, and even thought about throwing the device away, but the alerts persisted. Assuming it was just a glitch, they stopped paying attention until their son, curious like any kid with a new gadget, began watching all the alerts for fun. That's when he saw a truly inexplicable. A line seems to be slowly and smoothly traced across the car's windshield, steady and intentional. The eerie part is that there's no visible hand, fingers, reflection, or any movement, just a flawless arc appearing out of nowhere on the glass. If it were caused by wind or condensation, it wouldn't be so exact. So what's going on? Could it be a malfunction in the Ring camera, a trick of the eye, or something supernatural? TikTok user Josh Robillard recently grabbed a lot of attention online after sharing a series of creepy events happening in his home. It all started when Josh began hearing weird scratching noises coming from outside his house. while carefully checking things out and filming. He caught something really creepy on camera. A crucifix that used to hang upright on his wall mysteriously flipped upside down, creating a creepy vibe. But that was just the start. In another video, Josh nervously reacts to strange sounds coming from his basement.
Hello? Hello? No, I don't think so. No.
Wanting to catch more proof of the strange happenings, Josh set up a stationary camera in his living room to record overnight. Objects start shifting and moving around the room, and this goes on for quite a while. But the creepiest part is the footage from a bedroom that was supposed to be empty. When Josh quickly turns on the lights to check, the room is empty. These videos went viral fast, with viewers expressing real concern for Josh's safety and debating what's really going on. Some think he might be dealing with actual paranormal activity, or even a demonic presence, given how disturbing everything is. So far, there's no clear explanation, leaving followers wondering if his home is truly haunted or if something else is going on behind the scenes. While hanging out at a local park, Tim Gallivan took a curious photo, showing a tall, brown, furry figure peeking out from behind a tree. Tim thinks it might be Sasquatch, but plenty of others say it's just pareidolia, maybe just a weirdly shaped tree. Either way, once you spot the shape, it's pretty hard to ignore. In the middle of the night, a group of guys head out to take some artistic photos, but they likely have an idea of what might be lurking in those woods.
I'm gonna stay right here.
Look at that.
You go look.
Lower then.
I think it's poison.
Wait, no, Britt, hold.
No, hold on.
I'm going first.
Oh, no, go first. I'm about to take a picture of it. You gotta get lower than that. Look at him, you move. Uh-oh, it's about to catch something. Y'all ready to go back?
Yeah. Yes, I am.
Yo, what the that? Look, in scary movies, this one they say, yo, let's
wait.
Wait, how y'all roll before we...
Those sounds are just a pack of coyotes out hunting, and while they rarely pose a threat to humans, hearing that in the middle of a dark forest would likely make me react the same way. On the Ghost subreddit, a user called the Proof Seekers posted a video showing some seriously unsettling activity happening inside a bedroom, and it was broad daylight. The footage was taken from a stationary camera set up facing the room. At first, everything looks normal, just a quiet, ordinary bedroom, but that calm doesn't last for long. Out of nowhere, a strange voice, whispery but deep, can be heard saying hello from somewhere nearby. It's quick, but undeniably creepy. Unfortunately, the original post doesn't offer much context. Still, commenters jumped in fast. Some said the voice sounded like something out of a nightmare, while others speculated it might have come from a game or TV playing in another room. But there's nothing in the video that points to any obvious source. So, what do you think? Creepy coincidence or something paranormal? In the middle of the day, this group was cruising down the BR-281 highway in Brazil when they noticed something odd up ahead. They spotted a dark figure slowly walking along the side of the road. From far away, it looked like someone wearing a long black cloak. Some viewers thought it was nothing, just a person out walking, but others weren't so sure. That stretch of highway is remote and known for being risky. Hardly anyone walks there because of how dangerous it is, and it's also a hotspot for strange, unexplained accidents. Some say it's just the bad road conditions. Others think something more paranormal is going on. So, what did they see that day? In this clip, a woman from Compton, California, claims that one night her front door Ring camera captured a bizarre trespasser walking alongside her house. The woman says she has no idea who or what the figure could be, but the footage has sparked a buzz across alien-related subreddits. So, is it a gray alien casually wandering through the neighborhood, or simply an elaborate hoax? This clip was filmed back in November 2013 in a small town in the Philippines. A local basketball coach had taken his team outside for some training on a sunny day and decided to record the session. Just some casual shots of the kids running drills in the street. Nothing out of the ordinary at the time, but later that evening, while going through the footage at home, he noticed something strange that he couldn't explain.
Eh yun talagang doon lang ako nakapokus. Tignan ko lang sila isa-isa ganon. Wala akong nakita na isa man dumaan na
While the kids are practicing in the street, a dark, child-sized figure suddenly dashes across the foreground. Here's where it gets weird. The coach insists there was no child like that present during practice. He even showed the footage to his team, and none of them remembered seeing anyone like that. Disturbed, the coach brought the video to a technician to check for any signs of editing or glitches, but the expert found nothing unusual. When the clip aired on a local news station, viewers were stunned, not just by the mysterious figure, but because several people from nearby towns claimed they'd seen that same shadowy child before. Locals started calling it the running child, a spirit that's said to show up near schools and playgrounds just before something bad happens. So, what do you think ran through that shot? Let us know in the comments. David, a contractor from Oakland, California, runs his own business, but when he takes on a job to remodel a room where a 3-year-old girl sadly died in a fire, things start to get really strange. Due to the renovation work, the floor is coated in white drywall dust. Then one day, David shows up to find something unsettling.
Okay, so my last video wasn't too long because I didn't press a 10-minute icon yet. Anyways, I'm just getting into work, right? Nobody in the I'm the only one besides the owner with the key, and the owner lives all the way in New York. I'm in Oakland, California. So this had a fire a few years back. This was a little girl's room. This was her room. And I'm like lost for words right now, I'm sorry, but crashed my bed, I'm getting chills, hair standing up on my arms. But the girl that happened to pass away was 3 years old. Look at what the fuck I see on the ground. Those are not an adult-sized footprint. 1 inch to the wall. This is where her bed was at, right here. I talked to the owner, I video called him and everything. And I've been here and little kids laughing. I just thought it was coming from outside. It's like a little, I felt something go like this in my ear. And yeah, I hear all the activity coming from that closet. And right here, but this really baffled me. Like I said, nobody else has the keys. There's no kids in here. I lock up everything. It's a 4-unit complex. Nobody's in here. Nobody been in here. There's an alarm system. So we got paranormal activity. Look at these little feet. Look at these little cute little feet. If you're in here, ghosts, I mean no harm. I'm Uncle Dave. You call me Uncle Dave. Just fixing up your room for you. Okay? But yeah, I believe in ghosts. So if you have anything paranormal, share it on Ghost. But man, I work in every environment, even if it's haunted. You know? But yeah. You know? But yeah. Say something. You hear some ghosts or whatever, or capture ghost activity, share it, man. Okay. Peace out. God is love. See you later.
David's video was already unsettling, but when he shared it online, viewers pointed out something even creepier, something he hadn't noticed himself. A faint female voice can be heard softly saying, "Hi."
Yeah. No. No.
As David ends his video, the same soft female voice returns, this time quietly saying, "Bye."
God is love. See you later. See you later.
David says he was completely alone at the time. It's also worth noting that he's never shared any paranormal content on his page before this incident. So, did David really come across the spirit of the little girl who died in the fire? That's for you to decide. On July 13th, 2025, Kelly uploaded some eerie videos her brother had sent her from his home. He lives by himself and has been dealing with growing poltergeist activity. The situation got so bad that he called in some mediums, who thought there was a haunted object in the house with something attached to it, though he had no idea which item or where it was. To figure things out, he set up security cameras around the house, and one night, the living room camera captured something truly unsettling. Some orbs float around before the door suddenly swings open on its own, and then a black mist moves through the room. The very next day, while he's sitting at his desk working on his computer, something strange happens again. Suddenly, one of the rooms goes pitch dark, and a door slams shut all by itself. Not long after, his cat disappears somewhere inside the house, so he starts recording while searching for it. Check it out.
Felix! Felix!
A dark figure is visible through the gap in the door just before it shuts, causing him to quickly retreat to his bedroom. There, he spots something terrifying and snaps a photo. A tall, shadowy figure appears to be standing on the stairs, but oddly, it seems to be sticking out as if it's on the same level. Moments later, it's gone, and he shows how the stairs look when nothing's there. Kelly's brother still doesn't know which item is triggering the paranormal activity, but he's hoping to figure it out soon. A retail store manager captured this chilling video during a late-night visit. Around 10 p.m., he showed up unexpectedly to check if the cleaning crew had completed their work. Most of the store looked clean, with just a few spots requiring improvement. He was getting ready to call the staff with his routine feedback, but before he could, something happened that left him stunned and unable to make the call.
Ya. ¿Qué hora es? Van a ser 10 para las 2. Y algo me tiene intrigado. Iremos a grabar. Carrito me estaba molestando harto rato. Y de verdad que no sé si es verdad lo que me dicen de acá. Que me molesta. Conchetumare. Oh, bacán.
At the very end of the surveillance footage, something truly unsettling occurs. A shopping cart begins to roll forward entirely on its own. There was no one around, and nothing visibly made contact with it. The motion was eerily smooth, silent, and seemed intentional. With no clear explanation, many viewers are convinced it could be evidence of paranormal activity. Perhaps the presence of a ghost or poltergeist still lingering in the store. What do you think? Was it something supernatural, or is there a hidden rational cause behind it? On July 5th, 2025, a group of friends was exploring an abandoned silo late at night when they suddenly heard a girl's voice calling out for help from deep below.
Hello? Where do you want me? I lost my friends.
Huh?
I lost my friends.
What?
My friend said, can you please help me?
Yo, hold on. Chill.
I can't see.
No, that's a skinwalker, bro. That's a skinwalker.
Where are you guys?
Is you a skinwalker? Keep going. Are you a skinwalker? This way. Hey, double up.
From way down in the dark silo, this super calm girl's voice asks for help, saying she's lost her friends. The guys think it sounds fishy and ask if she's a skinwalker, but she just keeps saying, "I lost my friends," like it's no big deal. Not how someone stuck and scared would sound. Sensing something's off, they bounce and get out of there fast. The silo's huge and goes deep into the darkness, so a lot of people think it's full of mimics or skinwalkers hanging around. What do you think? This creepy video is from a TikTok user named Carter. He's just sitting in his living room, filming something weird way off in the distance. In the caption, he says he wants to leave, but he's frozen with fear. He doesn't even flinch. Something's not right.
Dude, what the?
As the night goes on, things get even worse. Carter has another scary moment, and you can hear his breathing speeding up as he tries to figure out if he should run or just stay frozen. You can hear the fear in his voice. Whatever's messing with him isn't finished yet.
Who's there?
Suddenly, a piano starts playing all by itself. No one's there, but the music fills the whole house. Even weirder, it sounds like Kanye West's Runaway. Later, Carter rushes outside, but when he points the camera back at the house, something really strange and ghostly is going on inside. In a follow-up video on his TikTok, Carter posts a picture of himself leaving the house with a big smile, clearly relieved. He's finally moving out, leaving those haunted nights and paranormal happenings behind. About 6 months before the upcoming video was recorded, Lucy's house was haunted. Her bedroom door would knock nonstop, objects would mysteriously move overnight, and she often heard voices echoing through her kitchen. All these signs made it clear that a ghost was present, so she hired a ghost hunter to deal with it. After the ghost hunter came and left, things were supposed to be settled. For the next 6 months, nothing unusual occurred, and Lucy finally enjoyed peace and comfort in her home. However, this calm didn't last. On the 6-month mark after the spirit was supposedly gone, something happened again. Her door started banging fiercely, exactly like the old spirit used to do during late nights. This brought back memories of all the times she had gone through this before, and she was uncertain about what to do next, given that the ghost hunter hadn't provided a lasting solution. Two friends were hanging out at a house owned by one of them when the atmosphere suddenly felt strange. One noticed a cold chill, prompting the other to begin recording just to be safe.
Did you just experience something?
Bro, I swear to God, dude, I felt something really cold.
Really?
What? Dude, what? Oh my God.
Oh, dude, I kid you not, there's like literally nobody in there. What?
A series of strange events unfolded quickly, all caught on camera, leading up to the most shocking moment when two objects suddenly flew off the kitchen counter by themselves. No one else was in the house, and nothing nearby could have caused it. The homeowner was left speechless watching the footage. This wasn't just the usual creaky floors or weird sensations. Something in the house was trying to make its presence known. On May 8, 2022, a terrifying video was uploaded to YouTube by the channel Japanese Horror Entertainment. The video, recorded by Omega Toki, a well-known and affordable ghost hunter in Japan, shows an investigation at a client's house believed to be haunted by a disturbing spirit.
今ハワイって聞こえたよね。まだ開いてないけど。
The ghost appeared angered by the ghost hunter's presence, while Omega was just collecting evidence to study it further. This research would later help him banish the ghost. Although the ghost was unidentifiable and its powers unknown, Omega successfully removed it, cleansing the house and making it safe for the owners to return. A woman on TikTok named Cello noticed her dog acting strangely over several weeks, as if it was sensing something unusual in the house. Taking it seriously, Cello tried to find the cause and eventually experienced constant knocking. Although many people called her crazy and said harsh things, she managed to prove them wrong with video evidence, and something even more convincing.
Okay, I'm so crazy, right? Here you go. Baby is terrified. Hold on. You're okay. You're okay. I know.
Not only was the dog visibly unsettled again, but shortly after Cello set up the camera to record, the door was seen opening and closing on its own. Could this be just the start of something far greater? What other hidden things might be lurking in that house? Elias, a man experienced with the paranormal, recently decided to move because his old house had become unbearable. He hoped the horrors he faced daily would end, but unfortunately, the spirits followed him to his new home.
Se andaba dando un recorrido, pero escuché un ruido muy fuerte y vengo a ver y me encontré con esto. Esta silla no tiene por qué caerse. Vete de aquí, déjame en paz. No hay nadie, amigos. Estoy muy asustado. ¿Qué pasa? No entiendo. Pero... me tenía por qué haberse movido ni haberse caído. Sí, yo... No, 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 no. ¿Por qué se movió? No. ¿Quién eres? Vete de aquí. Déjame en paz. No sé qué. ¿Qué está pasando? No, me voy a salir un rato porque... No.
He started recording after hearing a banging sound, wanting to capture what was happening. As soon as he began, the noise stopped, but he kept filming while walking around the house, hoping for more activity. Then, his chair slid across the floor as if pushed. No one was visible there. A spirit was responsible and had followed him to his new home. Abdul is constantly watching his house, fearing it's haunted by a spirit named Abiud. Unnatural events happen so often that normal occurrences have become rare. To catch evidence, Abdul has begun randomly filming around the house. The video you're about to see is from one of his recent check-ins. Take a look.
Ya estoy terminando de así. Aquí lo que me llama la atención es que el humo permanece. Digo, bueno, en el teléfono no se aprecia muy bien que digamos, pero como que el humo de verdad toma una cierta forma extraña, no sé cómo explicarlo. De hecho, las cadenas ya empezaron a moverse otra vez. Todo bien acá. Pero sí se ve un poco curioso esto. Hola. Hola. ¿Ya te fuiste? ¿Ya te fuiste? Ya empiezan a moverse. Hola, hola. ¿Ya te fuiste? De hecho, empiezan a sonar las campanas aquí, como que algo truena, no logro distinguir qué es. Incluso las cadenas de ellas se están moviendo más. Las cadenas. Y se están moviendo más fuerte. Y suena. Como que sí le está molestando el incienso. No sé qué onda. Pues si no te parece, entonces vete. Vete, no tengo problema. Ve. Ay, ok. Esto no me lo esperaba. Definitivamente esto no me lo esperaba.
First, the bells began striking each other, producing a ringing sound, but it was clear this wasn't caused by the wind. Some invisible force was at work. If not the wind, then a spirit. This was supported by the chains swaying and the door closing by itself, confirming that it was a paranormal event rather than just strong wind. What do you think? Jack experiences paranormal activity because he collects antique items, which are often connected to poltergeist activity. At first, things were normal, but gradually, strange events began to occur. The video I'm about to share shows these happenings caught on camera.
Okay, I've just started filming because I fell asleep on the couch and woke up to what felt like somebody stroking the side of my face, which made me jump awake, but I don't know if it was a dream, but then the room is icy cold and just noises coming from the kitchen. Hello? Hello? Can you hear that? It's coming from outside, from the kitchen there. Hello? Oh my god. The candlestick on the door's just bloody opened. What the hell? Hello? Oh my god. It makes you nervous to fall asleep on the couch, it really does. It's horrible. What the f***? That hit my leg? What the f***? Oh. Sophie, okay? The cat's just legged it as well. Oh my god. What is going on in here? What? It sounds like somebody sat down on the chair. This. Off. I'm going in the garden. I'm not staying here.
Many unusual events happened within just 3 minutes, making it too unlikely to be a mere coincidence. Additionally, the room suddenly became cold, indicating a haunting presence. Jack plans to work on banishing it from his home. What do you think? Is this the start of a serious haunting, or is there another explanation? At 3 a.m., the man filming was by himself in a small, faintly lit room. The night stillness surrounded him, with the gentle light from his screen casting a glow around. He had been working all night, lost in the dull routine of guarding the facility. Suddenly, the quiet was broken by the sound of hurried footsteps coming from somewhere down the hallway, likely close to the stairs. His eyes quickly focused on the noise. It was unusual since no one else was meant to be inside the building. Curious to discover where the footsteps came from, he moved closer to investigate. Surprisingly, he found nothing. The footsteps had stopped, leaving only the sound of his breathing. He shook his head, blaming it on the late hour. Then, a soft moan echoed down the hall. It was low and almost unnatural, sending a chill up his spine. He stood frozen, listening carefully for more, but the silence returned, just before the light suddenly went out. What was lurking in the darkness? Just after midnight, Leandro was lying in bed when he heard strange rustling noises coming from the back room. At first, he thought something might have fallen, but the sounds continued, too sharp and deliberate to be accidental. Feeling curious and a bit uneasy, he grabbed his phone and went to investigate.
Será que é gato que tá aqui? Mexendo nas coisas. Mas não tem ninguém aqui. Ai, caramba. Acho que tem alguém aí. Que isso? Para! Que isso? Quem tá aí? Tranquei. Meu Deus, cara. Mãe.
O que tá acontecendo?
Não sei. Parece que tem alguém aqui.
Nossa, tem que parar de ver esses vídeos aqui. Eu tô com medo já dessas coisas. Não tem ninguém,
Mas...
tem batendo na porta. Tem...
When Leandro opened the door, the room was a mess. Items scattered everywhere, as if something had torn through it wildly. It reminded him of how a cat might wreak havoc, but he didn't have a cat. He stood there in silence, trying to make sense of it, then stepped back and closed the door. Suddenly, the handle started rattling violently, like something was trying to escape. Startled, Leandro threw the door open again, but the room was completely still. No movement, no sound, no sign of anything inside. He even checked the back door. It was locked and deadbolted with no way in or out. Now he's more unsettled than ever, unsure if whatever it was even left at all. Casos, a Spanish father of 2, was enjoying his day off from work when something unexpected happened, ruining what was meant to be a peaceful day.
Bueno, ahí para que vean después el video se lo voy a mostrar. Estoy colocando agüita para llevar un tecito, un termo. Vuelvo a cerrar. Tengo la taza. Esa es mi bebé. Esa pulguita es mi bebé, que se llama Canela. Y esperando. Aquí vean. Esta piolita. Ya, ahí empezó. Ya. Voy a empezar a huevear. Estoy hueveando. Bueno. No es algo muy normal. La taza se movió. El gato. No es muy agradable la sensación que se vive acá. Ya, es hueveo, ya. Ya cabros, un ratito para afuera.
He began hearing strange noises coming from the kitchen, so he did what anyone would do. He went to check it out, expecting to find something like a rodent or his cat making a mess. Casos was shocked to discover something far more unsettling. A mug moving on its own, not just once, but twice. It was clear the place was haunted. Now, the question remains, what other secrets might this seemingly ordinary house be hiding? Ian was exploring an abandoned asylum, known by many to be haunted. He was fully aware that the spirits inside held deep resentment toward humans due to the way they were treated in life, but he didn't expect them to scare him as much as they did. Take a look.
That would be phenomenal if you did. Seems like you agree. Dang, this thing's going off like crazy. I don't think I've ever seen this thing go off like this. All right, Doris, I'm gonna start looking around. Which doll are you gonna move? Ooh. Oh, okay, thank you. I heard that. Holy moly, which doll moved? I can't even tell. There's so freaking many of them. Which doll did you move, Doris? Could you move her again? I'm getting nervous. Use as much energy as you need. Dude, okay, I just saw that one. That one just moved. Holy moly! I got goosebumps all over. Oh God, I can't believe I just seen that. She just moved, all on her own. Thank you so much, Doris. I feel like she is staring into my soul right now. This is a beautiful doll. Is this one of your favorites? Whoa, whoa, what the? Dude, her hair just moved. Holy moly. She just caressed her hair. Oh, dude, I just saw that. She just went like boop to her hair. Holy crap. Okay, I take that as a yes. This is your favorite doll. Oh gosh, it is getting freaky in here.
Suddenly, the doll moved its dress, startling Ian for obvious reasons. However, because of his experience, he wasn't scared, just stunned. Little did he realize the doll would move again, this time right after he asked a question, practically confirming that a ghost was truly present. On February 5th, 2025, Omar was just lying in bed when he suddenly heard scraping noises on the floor and the whispered name of his late grandfather close to his ear. With no one else to confirm it, he relied on his own experience and quickly crafted a cross to shield himself, anticipating that more strange events might follow. And sure enough, they did.
Plebes, son las 3 de la mañana, plebes. Escuché el ruido, plebes. ¿Hay alguien en la pura puerta de mi cuarto, plebes? No sé quién demonios sea, pero me está dando mucho miedo, plebes. Marqué, quise marcar a mi familia. El teléfono me sonaba como si no estuviera en línea. Espíritu Padre que estás en el cielo. Plebes, no mames, plebes. Se está meneando mi calentadora, plebes. No.
The radiator slowly moved across the floor toward Omar, and he was very lucky to have recorded such a strange occurrence on video. Unfortunately, the cross he held didn't repel the spirit, indicating that the entity he was facing was either a strong demon or possibly his grandfather, considering the whispered name. The DS family shares their antics on TikTok for everyone to see. Their videos used to be lighthearted and fun, featuring their kids doing all sorts of silly things, but that playful side has faded. This change came after they began being haunted by an unidentified poltergeist, which always appears at night when the children are asleep. Here's a video of the mother capturing the ghost in action. Strange, ghostly noises and knocks echoed throughout the house. It's important to note that only the mother and children were home. Since the children were asleep and the mother was filming, none of them could have caused the sounds. This was undoubtedly the return of their haunting spirit. It became the last straw for the mother, who is now working with a ghost hunter to cleanse the home. Feel free to wish her luck in the comments. One late night in France, a ghost hunter named Duncan decided to explore a haunted house for his TikTok page. He loved investigating places like this. For this particular expedition, he focused on a house where a family had died 4 years earlier. Duncan had been hired by a new family to check for any ghosts before they bought the property. Here's one of his discoveries.
Oh, les 2K2. Regardez les amis. Les 2K2. Il marche lui? Non. Nom de Dieu. Oh, c'est un truc de fou. C'est quoi le délire? Est-ce que Serge, tu pourrais faire... allumer la lumière bleue, s'il te plaît? Peux-tu te rapprocher de la lumière bleue? Est-ce que tu peux faire un mouvement, s'il te plaît? Merci beaucoup, Serge. Wow, wow, wow. C'est quoi D'accord, Serge. Il y aurait quelqu'un ici? Est-ce que Serge, tu sais sortir la poupée? D'accord. Dis-moi, Serge. Est-ce que tu penses que j'ai ramené Gabi quelque part?
Suddenly, the high-visibility jacket fell from the wooden door and began shaking as if someone had nudged or kicked it. The unexpected movement startled Duncan, catching him off guard with an early poltergeist encounter. However, after the initial shock, he remained calm and carried on with his exploration, soon coming across something even more startling.
D'accord. Les amis, il y a un vrai souci. Incroyable. Qu'est-ce qui se passe, Serge? Est-ce que tu peux me ramener le ventilateur, Serge? Une dernière fois? Comme tu veux. Wow, c'est quoi ce bordel? C'est quoi ça? Wow! C'est quoi ce délire? Putain. C'est quoi le délire? Ok Serge, je crois que je vais te laisser tranquille en fait. Je vais pas t'embêter. J'aimerais juste te présenter quelqu'un. Alors les amis, le K2 il est amorphe. Il est amorphe le K2. Wow! Oh, calme-toi! Oh non, non, Serge, non, non! Oh non! Non, Serge! Pas les appareils! Il y a du gaz!
Unlike the high-visibility jacket that fell off camera, these items moved visibly right in front of the camera, confirming to the audience that the activity was genuine. Duncan added these videos to his evidence file for the family, who had paid him a significant fee for his investigation, before safely leaving the house. One night, while Pete was by himself, unusual events started happening, so he decided to take out his camera. Luckily, he did, because what he filmed was remarkable.
And I'm alone, too. Jesus. Oh my God. Oh my God. There was something behind that. There was something behind that. Nope. Nope. Nope.
No matter where Pete went in the house, the spirit followed, and he caught everything on camera. This kind of activity is called a paranormal surge, when 5 or more ghost events happen within 5 minutes. People are advised to leave if that happens, and Pete did just that. He stayed at his mom's place for a couple of days, but had to go back to his haunted house. Over the next week, he kept seeing a shadow figure around, but was too scared to post about it, until one day, he finally caught something clear on camera.
Oh, please tell me I got video. Please tell me I got that on video. That's why I put my phone up there. Nobody's in here. That scared me. Nobody's in here. Nobody's behind the door. Nobody's underneath the bed. Nobody's under the bed. Nobody's in the closet. Nobody's going out the room. In the closet. This is where I keep my laundry baskets. Nobody's here. And then the lights are going on and off. This is great. Bathroom, no. Utility closet, nothing. living room, kitchen, nothing. And the lights are still doing that. And the remote, I don't know. I lost the remote.
Pete captured the phenomenon on video and thoroughly explored the entire building to prove the shadow wasn't a real person.
The door. I'm here alone. Nope. My girlfriend's not supposed to be here yet. Go away. She's not supposed to be here yet. I didn't hear her car. Her keys are not here.
This was the strangest incident of the three because the ghost somehow mimicked the voice of someone who was supposed to be at the house soon. It kept knocking, trying to get into the room, which led Pete to make one of his worst decisions. He let it in. The rest of the night was terrible, with the room becoming extremely active. Could the house ever truly be safe again after that night? Ian explored an abandoned asylum, infamous for its heavy, ghostly activity. It took a lot of courage to not only visit, but stay there as long as he did. Thankfully, he managed to capture this on film.
Dang, it is creepy out here. Not as creepy as in there, though. Not by a long shot. Hopefully this wind doesn't mess up the audio too bad. Hello, is anyone out here? Willow's Cowden? Are you out here working? There it is, guys. That is one creepy barn. Willows, if you're in that barn, could you come out and talk to me? Flashlight out here. Hello? Willows, if you're in here, could you show yourself? Are you in here? If you're in here, could you make a noise? Whoa. That came from above. What the heck is that? Willows. Is that you working up there? Are you still baling hay? Yup. Whoa. Dude, he just responded. I swear to God, I just heard a yup. Thanks for talking with me, Willows. What was it like falling from that window? What happened? Holy crap. I can hear him up there. But there's really no way I can get up there. Unless I'm freaking Spider-Man. There's no way to get up there. It literally sounds like he's just pounding away up there. Doing something. God, I wish I could see up there. I know. There's that window out here. I could look up at that. Willows, are you up there, buddy? Whoa. I just heard his voice. I heard a voice shout from up there. Did he just shout at me through the window? Carlos, if you're up there, could you look out the window? No way. No way. Dude, I just saw him in there. Holy, dude, he just peeked out from the freaking window. Oh my God. Dude, that was so insane.
Ian not only captured the spirit speaking actual words, but it also appeared briefly on camera, proving its presence beyond doubt. This was the very definition of a haunting. But what secrets does this asylum still hold? And will anyone dare to uncover them? Franco TV, a well-known paranormal investigator and urban explorer, has documented haunted locations worldwide. In one of his most unsettling cases, he returned to an abandoned town near a monastery, long rumored to be the region's most haunted spot. While he'd explored the monastery before, this time he turned his focus to the deserted town, said to be emptied after years of ghost sightings and strange events. The streets were lined with dark, silent buildings, even the police station abandoned, with a few empty patrol cars left behind. While filming, he caught a quick glimpse of a shadowy figure darting behind a bush. Switching to infrared, he thought it might be an animal, but its odd movements made him uneasy. The figure vanished without a sound. Continuing toward the monastery, he spotted a faint flicker of light inside the sealed building, which disappeared when he shined his flashlight. Near the entrance, he found a small doll and a champagne bottle placed by the fence. Objects often linked to offerings or rituals, though their purpose here was unknown.
Right now, I am looking all over the place. I'm not seeing any way to get in. I thought maybe under the gate, but it's held tight. It's like strapped tight. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who tried to get in here with the amount of activity that went on through here. Listen. The gate is moving. Up through here. I just got what sounded like the fence moving from up through here, like something brushed it against it. Or something. Ooh, what the is that? What the is that? I don't know if you guys see it, but I just got goosebumps right now. Look at this. I have gloves on, so I'm going to touch it. There's literally I just heard something. Look at this one. And that's a female. Oh, what the f is so creepy. Hold on, I'm gonna record this with my phone so you guys can see it. I am gonna be completely honest. I don't know if this was here yesterday and I might have missed it. Because this is almost camouflaged in. Look at that. Oh, what is that? I just heard footsteps right there in front of me. Just walking through here. Look at this one. It looks like something was trying to get out or come in. Here from this part of the gate here. And look at this. There is a champagne bottle, which is usually a sign of an offering.
At that moment, he decides to use his K2 meter, a tool that detects electromagnetic energy, which many associate with paranormal phenomena. As he asks questions, the meter flickers erratically, shifting between green and yellow with each word he speaks. Suddenly, he hears a clear, distant scream, someone shouting. Franco's heart pounds as he turns toward the noise, his camera trembling slightly. Caught between the urge to investigate and concern for his safety, he hesitates, but ultimately chooses to act. He gets into his car and drives toward where the scream came from, opting not to walk in case something dangerous is lurking nearby. He feels safer staying inside his vehicle.
I want you guys to see that right now it's just me out here. Okay? I want to go ahead and do a 360 turn. Do you guys see everything? Okay? Can someone or something come close to me? Or the black box that I left in the middle of the road? Give me a sign that you're here. Let me know your name. Don't be afraid to talk to me. I was here a long time ago and I saw eyes staring at me from the forest. I don't know if those were duendes, which are elf-like creatures, or it was something else. Maybe something demonic. Or it could have been an angel. What the f*** is that? Heard screaming again. Can you tell me what that was? Can you give me a sign that it's okay for me to be here? There it is. Hello. My name is Frank. Do you remember me? I'm getting spikes. Give me a sign that you're here. Can you make a sound? Are you from the church? It's just blinking green. And sometimes yellow. As I'm doing the K2, okay, what the f*** is that? Like you literally... It's like it flew over my head. I don't know if you guys can see this. I don't see anything. As I'm talking to you guys, or as I'm doing the K2 meter in the middle of the road, every time I keep asking questions or something, behind me or over my head, I'm hearing something moving around like...
As he nears the spot, the atmosphere grows even heavier. The road is filled with potholes and debris from the long-abandoned town. Suddenly, he spots something that sends a chill down his spine. A shape just beyond reach, seeming to struggle to stand before disappearing behind a bush. Franco panics, fumbling to keep his camera focused, but the figure is gone. The fear in his voice reveals just how close it had come. Then he sees it again, no doubt this time. A glimpse of skin, long hair, and an unsettling, almost unnatural movement. It looked human, but something was off. Without hesitation, Franco puts his car in reverse and speeds away as fast as possible.
If I do see something that's like emergent, I'm just gonna go in, bang on the doors in the police area and just let them know. But this is the area right up here. Oh, this is creepy. I gotta be careful with this road because there's a lot of potholes. And I have a low riding car. But I definitely do not want to come in here on foot. What the f*** is that? Oh, what the f*** is that? There's something right over there. It's literally right over there. Oh, it moved. It moved. Can go back. Oh, it just moved. I'm gonna use my psionics.
His breathing was shaky, adrenaline pumping through his veins. Whatever lurked in that abandoned town was something he never wanted to encounter again. But what exactly was it that he saw? And would he ever find the answers he's seeking in that haunted place? In the middle of the night, Wynn's daughter unexpectedly started crying. He went to her room to see what was wrong and chose to record in case anything strange was happening.
It's like today are no fun. No fun at all.
Is it real?
Yeah.
Can I get it now?
Stay there. Come on, buddy. Yeah. All right. It's okay.
The video captures the basement door shaking violently by itself. Wynn investigates behind the door, but discovers nothing. Soon after, the pantry door begins rattling in the same manner, and he moves back and forth between the two doors, finding no reason for the noises. Feeling disturbed, he takes his daughter back to her room to soothe her. Following that night, Wynn chose to have a priest bless the house, hoping to stop the restless spirit causing the disturbances and restore peace to his family. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.